Democracy may be the best bad system around, but a new study shows that worldwide people aren't too pleased with it. The Centre for the Future of Democracy at Cambridge University found that global dissatisfaction with democracy is at an all-time high. But the study stretches back to 1995, and since that year, the number of people who say they were not satisfied with democracy worldwide jumped from 48% to 58%. The UK and the United States reported the highest levels of dissatisfaction, along with Australia, Brazil and Mexico. Still, in a few highly localised areas, appreciation actually grew. Denmark, Switzerland, Norway and the Netherlands report all-time high levels of satisfaction. Well, for more on this, let's go to one of those countries that's bucking the trend. Jonas Parello-Plesner joins me from Copenhagen. He's the Executive Director of the Alliance of Democracies Foundation. Thanks for joining us here on the programme. Let me start by asking you, what do you think is behind these numbers? It's quite a staggering rise, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite, of course, for somebody like me who works with democracy promotion, we would, of course, like it to see it go the other way. Our foundation has done studies, unfortunately, that showed the same trend. So I think definitely there's a dissatisfaction among a lot of population, as the pictures you just show now about protests, that political leaders in democracies have not delivered on some of the big crises of our time, ranging from the first global financial crisis, euro crisis, migration crisis, and handling climate change. So that's, of course, I think a lot of the background for this, but I think some of the answer is not that we need less democracy, but we need more democracy. We try to do a yearly Copenhagen Democracy Summit where we bring together young democracy activists with political leaders and business as well to reinvigorate the faith in democracy.
Okay. Well, given that you hold this summit yearly, are you surprised by these findings, or are these the sort of grumblings that people have been making over the last decade or so?
No, it's something we've seen similar. We made a study 2 years back as well, which showed that, unfortunately, people in several autocracies felt that their government was more responsive than in democracies. So that's part of that same sort of very worrying trend. So definitely we need a sort of reversal of that, and that people shore up their self-confidence in that democracy actually works, and that people, of course, see results coming out of their democratically elected leaders.
Yeah, well, the Nordic countries and the Netherlands at least seem to have got it right according to this study. So how do you think worldwide then it can be tweaked and improved? Briefly, if you could.
I mean, one, that political leaders, of course, sort of deliver on promises made. Then I think a lot more cooperation also among democracies. Some of the challenges we face, like migration and climate change, can only be solved in consultation. So I think those are some of the points that would really spark a democratic renewal as well.
Jonas Parello-Plesner from the Alliance of Democracies Foundation, thanks for sharing your thoughts with us here on Euronews Now.